Hey everyone, welcome to the December workshop, where we'll be talking all about financial literacy, what it means, why it's important, and how understanding money can actually make your life easier and more exciting. When we talk about financial literacy, we're really talking about how to make smart choices with your money for things like saving, budgeting, spending wisely, and planning for the future.
But before we get into all that, let's start with something fun to get everyone thinking about how we already make financial decisions every day. So let's play a quick game of Would You Rather? These questions might sound simple, but they're actually about real financial habits, like short-term rewards versus long-term goals. They show how everyone values money differently, and that's what financial literacy helps us understand.
By the end of today's workshop, you'll see that being money smart isn't just about math or banking. It's about making choices that help you reach your personal goals, whether that's buying something fun, saving for your future, or even starting your own business one day. Remember that financial literacy can look different for everyone.
So what exactly is financial literacy? Financial literacy is the ability to understand and manage your money effectively. It means knowing how money works, how to make it grow, and how to use it wisely in your daily life. It's not just about numbers or complicated terms, it's about making smart choices that help you reach your goals.
For example, it's knowing how to save a portion of your allowance or paycheck instead of spending it all at once. It's understanding how to budget so you can afford the things you need, like food or transportation, while still setting something aside for the things you want, like shopping and going out. It's learning how to spend wisely by comparing prices, avoiding impulse buys, and thinking about long-term value instead of just quick satisfaction. Financial literacy also means planning ahead for emergencies! For big purchases like a car or tuition, or even for retirement. It's about being prepared for the future and avoiding any debt or stress.
In short, being financially literate gives you control and confidence over your money, rather than letting money control you. It helps you make better decisions today that set you up for a more secure tomorrow.
Money decisions are part of everyday life, from buying lunch to paying for your hobbies or saving for a trip. Learning how to manage money early helps you avoid debt and build financial freedom later on.
So if money shows up in everything we do, including buying food, enjoying hobbies, and saving for the future, it's worth understanding where it actually comes from and how it circulates. That brings us to the next part, what money is and how it flows through our economy. Think of it as a continuous exchange between two main groups, households and businesses. Households are the people like you and me, the consumers. We provide businesses with what they need to operate: land, labor, and capital.
For example, when a teacher works at a school or a designer works for a clothing brand, they're offering their labor in exchange for a paycheck. If someone owns farmland, that's a food company uses, that's land. And when we keep money in the bank, that money can be used by others to invest in businesses. That's capital.
On the other side of the flow are businesses, known as the producers. They take those resources and turn them into goods and services. A restaurant uses chefs and servers, labor, a kitchen, land, and cooking equipment, capital, to make and sell food. A tech company like Apple uses engineers, office spaces, and machines to produce iPhones and apps. In return, businesses pay wages to workers, rent for land or buildings they use, and interest to banks or individuals who lend the money.
Once households earn that money, they spend it on the products and services that businesses offer, like groceries from Save On Foods, clothes from H&M, iPhones from Apple, or tickets to a movie theater. That spending becomes income for businesses, which allows them to keep paying their workers, buying materials, and creating more goods. So every time you buy something or deposit something into your savings account, you're part of this ongoing system, the circular flow of money. It's what keeps the economy moving and connects everyone through earning, spending, saving, and investing.
Now let's take a closer look at something we all do, using money. Every day, whether we realize it or not, we make decisions about where our money goes. There are 4 main ways we use it, and understanding these can help us make smarter financial choices.
First, spending. This is the most common one. We spend money when we buy things like food, clothes, video games, or movie tickets. Spending is necessary. It's how we meet our needs and enjoy life. But overspending can be a problem if we don't keep track of it.
Second, saving. Saving means setting aside part of your money instead of using it right away. Maybe you're saving for something big like a new phone or a trip, or just building an emergency fund for unexpected costs. Savings help give you stability and options when life surprises you.
Third, investing. This is when you use your money to make more money. For example, buying stocks, bonds, or even starting a small business are forms of investing. It can sound complicated, but the main idea is that money works for you instead of just sitting in a bank account. In a way, it is a passive way of making money.
And fourth, borrowing. Borrowing is when you use someone else's money, usually from a bank, and pay it back over time, often with interest. This can include things like student loans, car loans, mortgages, or even using a credit card. Borrowing can be helpful, but only if managed responsibly so that debt doesn't pile up.
And here's the interesting part. Businesses do the same. Just like us, they spend money to grow, save for future projects, invest in new ideas or technologies, and sometimes borrow to expand their operations. For example, a cafe might spend money on new coffee machines, save profits to open a second location, invest in marketing, or take out a loan to renovate the shop.
In the end, money works best when it's managed, not just spent. When you balance spending, saving, investing, and borrowing wisely, you give yourself more control, more freedom, and more opportunities for the future.
Let's talk about where your money actually lives. Your bank accounts. Most people have 2 main types, a checking account and a savings account.
A checking account is what you use for everyday spending, kind of like a digital wallet. That's where your paycheck or allowance usually goes, and it's the money you use to buy lunch, pay for streaming, subscriptions, or cover monthly bills.
A savings account, on the other hand, is where you keep money you don't plan to spend right away. It's designed to hold your money safely and help it grow over time. The bank pays you interest, which is extra money you earn just for leaving your balance in the account. For example, if you have $1,000 in a saving account with 3% annual interest rate, you'd earn about $30 after 1 year without doing anything.
The more money you save and the longer you leave it there, the more interest you'll earn. It's like your money is working a little job for you while you go about your day. Over time, this can really add up, especially if you keep adding to your savings regularly.
So, while your checking account helps you manage your daily expenses, your saving account helps you build financial security and reach long-term goals, like buying a car, paying for school, or planning a trip. Together, they make sure your money is both accessible and growing.
Here's a powerful idea to understand. Money today is worth more than the same amount tomorrow. This concept is called time value of money.
Think about it this way. Over time, the prices of things like food, clothes, and rent usually go up because of inflation. It happens mainly because demand increases, supply decreases, or the cost of producing goods goes up, all while which pushes prices higher. Because of inflation, the same dollar will buy you less in the future than it can today.
But here's the good news. If you save or invest your money early, it can grow over time through interest or investment returns and keep up with inflation. For instance, if you put $100 in a savings account today and earn 3% interest each year, you'll have about $103 after just 1 year. And because the money in your savings account earns interest on top of interest, it keeps increasing every year, eventually even doubling over time.
That's why it's always smarter to start saving now, even if it's just a small amount. A little bit today can turn into a lot more in the future, all because of the time value of money.
Every decision you make with money has a trade-off. That's called opportunity cost. It's the value of what you give up when you choose one thing over another.
For example, if you spend your $5 on ice cream today, you get to enjoy it now. But you miss the chance to save that money for a toy you really want later. On the other hand, if you save for that toy, you give up the short-term fun of eating ice cream.
Understanding opportunity cost helps you think beyond the moment and reminds you to ask, what am I giving up by spending this money now? Being financially smart isn't just about how much you spend. It's about recognizing the hidden cost of every decision and choosing the option that benefits you the most in the long run.
A big part of being financially literate is understanding the difference between needs and wants. Needs are the essentials: food, water, clothing, shelter, and transportation. These are what you must pay for first.
Wants, on the other hand, are things that make life more enjoyable, but aren't necessary for survival. Eating out instead of cooking, buying the newest phone even though yours still works, or designer clothes instead of affordable alternatives.
Recognizing the difference helps you make smarter spending decisions. When you prioritize your needs and plan for your wants, you take control of your money instead of letting it control you.
Financial literacy isn't just important for individuals, it's crucial for businesses too. Every business has people connected to it called stakeholders, anyone affected by what the business does, like customers, employees, investors, and the community.
Then, there are shareholders, who are part owners of the company. They invest their money in exchange for shares, giving them a right to a portion of the profits if the company does well.
At the core of every business is one simple equation. Profit equals revenue minus expenses. That means that money a business earns from selling goods or services, revenue, minus the money it spends to operate, expenses, equals its profit.
To stay successful, businesses, like people, have to budget carefully, save for the future, and invest wisely, planning for growth, managing costs, or setting aside funds for emergencies. Financial literacy helps businesses stay strong and sustainable. Building on this idea, today's workshop explored how financial literacy helps us make smarter decisions with money. We looked at everyday choices like spending and saving, as well as bigger concepts such as interest, inflation, budgeting, and opportunity cost. We also examined how money moves through the economy, how businesses earn profit by balancing revenue and expenses, and how both individuals and companies use financial knowledge to reach their goals.
Now, you'll get to apply these skills in your December Learning Challenge. As you build your own sustainable water bottle brand, you'll use everything we covered today to make real financial decisions, like choosing costs, setting prices, planning for profit, and thinking about long-term growth. Just like in the workshop, the goal is to manage money wisely, understand trade-offs, and make choices your future businesses will benefit from.
Hey everyone, welcome to your December Learning Challenge, where you get to become an entrepreneur and design your very own sustainable water bottle brand. So think about those days when you're out and suddenly you realize that you forgot your water bottle, or when your water bottle just doesn't keep your drink cold, or it doesn't look cool. Well, now it's your chance to fix that. You'll be creating a brand that's good for people and the planet. But launching a business isn't just about putting your bottles on a shelf and hoping that it will do the best it can. You'll need to make smart financial decisions to make sure your brand can actually make money. And this month, you'll apply everything you've learned about costs, revenue, profit, and see how your choices impact your success. Using the December Learning Challenge template, make sure you make a copy before you start. Your job is to make 5 key financial decisions for your business. Make sure you only type in the yellow boxes or the whole sheet might break. If you see the error message or #value, you'll need to restart. Once your decisions are final, head to the results and question page to check your outcomes and then answer the reflection questions in the yellow boxes. When you're done, submit your challenge. For BC schools, email your PPD or PDF to your teacher using this format: teacher name _ student name _ worksheet number 3. For Ontario and Alberta schools, please upload your Google Slides through the Enspire form and make sure link is sharing for everyone. Your submission will be judged on creativity, critical thinking, detail, and presentations, and winners will be announced soon. Thank you so much for participating and good luck. We can't wait to see the water bottles brands you create.
Thank you for joining us. Until next time.